Hello, my name is Dennis, and welcome to my trailer park white trash mobile home kitchen. I really do live in a mobile home, in a trailer park, and this is my kitchen. I felt like cooking something Chinesey today. I say Chinesey because here in America, what we call Chinese food that we eat in the Chinese Asian restaurants is actually fusion cooking. It's a combination of Chinese ingredients, Chinese cooking techniques, but American flavors. We like things a little bit stronger, a little bit more savory. The Chinese food, the traditional Chinese food, is a little bit more bland than what we Americans are accustomed to in our Chinese American food. So that's why I call this Chinesey. You're going to spend a lot more time preparing your ingredients and assembling your mise en place. That's your French, and that's for mise en place means everything in its place. I like to work with a mise en place and have all my ingredients together so that I don't forget anything, especially when making something like Chinese food, because there are a lot of ingredients involved in Chinese food. Very little as far as the vegetables. It's what goes into the sauce. The real trick with good Chinese food is the sauce. It's not just simply chopping vegetables, swirling them around in a wok with oil and calling it, well, that's a stir fry. But really good Chinese food has a really good sauce to it. So that's the trick, making a really good sauce. What I'm going to be making today is chicken and snow peas. So having mentioned that, let's get into the ingredients for this recipe. The ingredients you'll need to make chicken and snow peas are 4 ounces of snow peas or sugar snap peas. These are trimmed. And then I have about 1/2 carrot cut into julienne. I'll show you in a moment how to cut julienne. I have 8 to 10 ounces of chicken. This is dark meat, raw meat. If you prefer to use chicken breast, you can use that. This is close to actually 10 ounces. This isn't chemistry like when baking, so you can adjust the proportions of these ingredients. And then I have about 1 tablespoon here of cooking oil. You can use corn oil or peanut oil. I used corn oil. Then 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder or 1 to 2 cloves of fresh garlic. I'm using 2 because these are kind of small. And then 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, or if you have it, 1/2 teaspoon of fresh chopped ginger, which is what I have here. 2 to 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. Now this depends upon how you want your sauce. If you want your sauce to be thin and you're going to serve your chicken and snow peas over rice, and you want the flavor of the sauce to drizzle down into the rice, then use only 2 teaspoons rather. That'll make a thin sauce. If you want a thick sauce that'll really stick to your chicken and your vegetables, then use 3 teaspoons. 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. I've actually got 3 in here because I want the sauce to be kind of thick. Then 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and then 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. This is a powder that comes in a jar that's available in the grocery stores and the warehouse store. So these are the ingredients for making chicken and snow peas. To julienne your carrots, cut your carrot into slices like so. I'm just going to do a couple of them here. And then cut these into long matchsticks. And that's it. That's your julienne. I have my wok heating on a stove. I'm going to put in about a few tablespoons, 1/4 cup maybe of water, and bring that up to a boil. And then I want to cook my carrots and my snow peas first. This wok didn't come with a cover, so I'm going to use a glass cover from one of my skillets. And that, I don't know whether you can hear it sizzling, but it's already coming up to a boil. Put the carrots and the snow peas in the wok, cover it, and let this steam for 3 to 4 minutes. I have my vegetables cooked. I took those out of the pan. I'm going to set that aside. Then I'm going to put my cooking oil in the pan. Again, about 1 tablespoon of corn oil or peanut oil. And then I'm going to put my chicken pieces in. And these you want to cook over medium heat fairly quickly. You don't want to brown these. Actually going to raise my heat up a little bit. You just want to cook it until it's thoroughly cooked through. This takes about 2 or 3 minutes. So my chicken has cooked. I've moved the chicken to a bowl. Now it's just a matter of putting all the remaining ingredients in the pan. To assemble it. And then I've got about a 1/4 cup of water heater, and I'm going to put my cornstarch in that water. Put that in the pan. Bring this back up to heat. And this is making our sauce. I put my garlic in my garlic crusher, so I'm going to add that now. Again, 1 to 3, depending upon size, garlic cloves. Garlic oxidizes quickly, so it's a good idea to chop it or crush it at the last possible moment. This is just starting to come up to heat, so I'm going to be putting in my vegetables and my chicken. Stirring that, and that'll let the sauce thicken. The sauce has to come up to a boil for it to thicken. And that takes a moment or two. So there is our chicken and snow peas. As you can see, it only took minutes to cook after all the work was done of assembling all the ingredients. Oh, the sauce is delicious. The vegetables are cooked so that it's still a little bit crunchy, but they're also tender. Oh, that's good. I'm going to go have my lunch. For a printable PDF copy of this recipe with step-by-step photographs, visit the White Trash Cooking website and look on the home page or in the recipe archive.